now that springtime is finally here, figured it's time to break out the yogurt parfaits with fresh blackberries, no less. A lot of people recommended this specific yogurt to me, so excited to give it a try. This is the Painterland Sisters brand. It is indeed very creamy. Wow. Trying to decide which one I want to go with. This one might be a little over the top, but nothing wrong with being a little whimsical. Start with the strawberry jam. Mara de Bois strawberry jam I got from LA. Just a little more. Add some blackberries. Granola. This is the only thing that's adding sweetness. Topping it off. Granola on top. Last couple of blackberries. A drizzle of honey. There you go, a yogurt parfait. I like how I was worried that this would be too much, but this looks so delicious. Is the trick to eating healthy to make things look like it's dessert, because this honestly kind of looks like an ice cream parfait. Each bite you get yogurt, dried fruit, some granola, blackberry, also a bit of that strawberry jam. I feel like this is a good amount of sweetness between the strawberry and the honey. To the people who recommended this yogurt to me, by the way, I think it came from when I was trying all those like no-bake dessert hacks. I was trying to find creamier yogurts. I think this would be a great contender for that. It has this like smooth creaminess with a bit of tang, which probably makes it taste so good. Enjoy it like this. These blackberries are in their prime right now. Fall might be my favorite season, but in terms of produce, spring is probably hands down my favorite. Might have to start making some cold brewed tea soon. This lemongrass one would taste really good. Instructions. Okay. Wow. And this goes in. Gotta soak it. So this is a knife sharpening kit that I recently got from Kamaasa, the Japanese kitchenware store here in Brooklyn. They actually came from Tokyo. I got this because I just took their knife sharpening class last week and I learned so much. I gotta say, as somebody who cooks a lot, I am not very great at sharpening my knives. I usually either bring it to someone else to sharpen, or I would use this like very easy knife sharpening tool, which is why I wanted to take the knife sharpening class that they were hosting, because I feel like I really do need to get better at this. And I learned a couple of tips and tricks that day, looking at my notes because I took a bunch of them down. We're gonna see if I can do it properly, if I can practice what I actually learned. 3/4 up here, fingers on here, arm straight line, bottom part first. It's a little bit of progress. I think I did it. It feels right from what I remember learning in class. It was also a beginner class and this is my first time doing it, so practice makes perfect. Now to see if we can test it out. Oh, that's so sharp. Ho ho! Wow. This is awesome. I love it. I consider that a success. Oh, let me get better at this. Kimchi. I am back here to make some kimchi dumplings for lunch. A little more of a tedious process, but I know me for the rest of the week will appreciate it. A couple of things here. I have my ground chicken, shiitake mushrooms, and of course some kimchi and some silken tofu. Over here I also have some scallions and cilantro. I actually first made these one time when I just had some ground meat and chicken lying around and I didn't know what to do with it. So I just threw it all together into a bowl. Somehow it worked. Made some really delicious dumplings. So this time I'm making it properly. Chicken goes in first, a little bit of water just to make sure it sticks together. It's looking a little more goopy. Ginger, scallion, cilantro, rice wine, oil. You can tell that I'm intentionally trying to measure this out so I can share the recipe. Otherwise I'd just be pouring everything in. A bit of salt, sugar, and soy sauce. White pepper. Give that a stir. The ratios of this though is really honestly just very similar to my usual dumpling recipe. The habit though is always just to season the meat first so it has a little bit of time to marinate before we add in everything else. It's a little workout always. Okay, this is what it looks like right now. Honestly, this just makes really good meatballs too. I'm gonna set it aside so I can chop up everything else real quick. Here's the cut up kimchi, the shiitake mushrooms. I'm just gonna pour that all right into our meat. Okay. And my tofu, of course. Mixing it all together. Boom, there it is. My chicken kimchi tofu mushroom dumpling filling. Alright, now's the time to go grab a stool so I can set up my dumpling wrapping station. Okay, here it is, my dumpling setup. I have my filling here, tray for wrapped dumplings, a little bowl of water to seal the wrappers, and of course the wrappers. This setup for me feels so nostalgic. This is what my mom and I would do around the dining table. Just basically spending the hour or two wrapping dumplings or some music. My OG one, which I've posted a couple of times already, is like ground pork and cabbage, lots of cabbage. But as I continue to explore these gut health focused options, I've been just like experimenting a little bit. Speaking of gut health, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to Nourish for sponsoring this portion of the video. Honestly, it's one of the partnerships that mean a lot to me personally. So last year, right, I was going through some real serious stuff with my gut, you know, chronic bloating, digestive issues. I had to end up getting a colonoscopy. It was a whole thing. So after all that, I was like, okay, I really need to actually take care of my body properly. So that's when I first started using Nourish. They just made it really easy to find a registered dietitian and connect with them over Zoom. And the best thing is that they accept a lot of insurance plans, like 94% of patients pay zero out of pocket. And I honestly love my sessions. I think it's just really good to have sort of an outside perspective, like how my dietitian immediately clocked that I am a terribly fast eater, which actually explained a lot of my bloating problems. So I've been working on slowing down, chewing more intentionally, even doing like breathing exercises before meals. It's actually all helped so much. And then of course we also talked about how fermented foods are a big gut health priority. That's why I'm making these kimchi dumplings. I also just love kimchi, so it works out. Always finding ways to sneak some of these in. So if you've been dealing with any gut stuff, or honestly if you just have any health goals that you want support with, I would recommend checking them out. So I'm gonna link them down below. You can book an appointment in under 5 minutes, see if it's good for you. For now though, I will continue working away on these dumplings. I feel like I'm gonna end up having a whole army of these. 40-ish minutes later, here we are. All of my dumplings here. There's about 54 dumplings total. So I'm set for at least, I want to say, 4 to 5 meals. One of these trays I'm gonna go ahead and pop into the freezer, let it freeze up so I can store it, and then probably gonna pan fry this batch. I could steam it, I could boil it, but today I'm feeling pan fry. Just want a little bit of that grease today. Et je ne peux pas travailler. Did it. Every day. Every day. Oh. Very expanded. Here we go. Nothing like the sound of sizzling dumplings to get us going. Oh, that looks so good. Normally I would make a dipping sauce, but today I'm just gonna go with this silky soy sauce, which is so good, even just on its own. It's perfect for a dipping. Right in here. And that's it. We don't need anything else. The perfect juicy dumplings. You want them to be crisp on the bottom like so. I'm so ready to dig in. Ooh. This is the beauty of steam pan frying it, because you get this like golden brown at the bottom, but then it's like beautiful, like translucent, soft, tender skin on the top. I'm just gonna try it without the soy sauce first. Very juicy, as you can tell. This is what it looks like on the inside. You definitely taste the kimchi, but it is not overbearing in any way. It's not too sour. I feel like the chicken, because we marinated it, just like balances it out. Also, the tofu, what I love about adding it is that it makes it so much more tender. Like, it's just overall a much softer texture without being mushy. Just makes it very easy to eat a lot. So now with this little bit of soy sauce. This is so good. It has this like little bit of sweetness to this, but like so much umami, you just don't need anything else. Fermented foods like this, I could eat this for days. Nothing can beat a homemade dumpling. It is just, the satisfaction is like top tier. Great meals today. It's only gonna get better.
No. Okay. Honestly.
I feel like this is a good amount. Let's throw this stuff away. This is the greenest tray of food yet. Spring is here. I keep on unintentionally doing green foods for 24 hours. For dinner today, thinking I'll do like a sugar snap pea salad situation. Very zesty, very herbaceous. I have my rice cooking in the background. Similar idea. Want to make like a cilantro lime rice. Just everything's very refreshing. Very sort of like embracing the warmer weather. And then our main will be this black cod. I have been trying to eat more fish than other kinds of meats. So the fun thing about this fish, you can bake directly in this tray, which I love, which is why I got it again. Just going to give it a quick little rinse. Alright, make sure this is all dry. Oil on here. And then this is what I do. I actually came up with this the last time I tried to make this because I was trying to clear out my freezer. Remember from the Costco bulk storage haul video, I made these like little scoops of pesto. I basically just put these right on here. 2 big scoops right on top. And then this is the pesto butter, which is gonna go right on here. Give it another quick drizzle. And I'm just gonna pop this straight into the oven. Kind of crazy, right? But I did this last time and it came out so good. Just want to almost prove that it's not a fluke. So that's going right in. 8 minutes and we'll check in on it right after. I might start making the dressing for the salad. Salt. Very, very tangy. Give that a toss. Love how this is coming together. That is gorgeous. But does it taste good? It's like a little bit sweet, a little bit salty, but that tang is the kind of like, you know, when you have a sour candy, it makes you salivate in the back of your throat. That's what's going on, but in the best way possible. I feel like if I had basil and mint and I threw that in here, this would be incredible. Not that it isn't great as is already, but herbs right now, just gotta pack them all in. This is amazing. I'm gonna get the rice ready. It's gonna be such a good meal. Like veggie rice, but extra fragrant. This is looking so good. I'm so excited to eat. Hoo-hoo. Rice first. Fish, which is going right on here. Just put it on the side. Hoo-hoo! And then just a wedge of lime right in the middle there. And there you go. That's the full spread. Ooh, I think this is the most excited I've been about a meal in a while now because it's just, again, spring produce and just this sort of flavor profile. The light, refreshing, herbaceous, zesty is like, I love it so much. I really am doing green foods for 24 hours. Am I not? Please remind me while I pour myself some Pocari. Keep drinking electrolytes because I feel like I'm constantly dehydrated. All the traveling. Speaking of traveling, I am actually going to Mexico City right after this. Texas for a wedding and then Mexico City because I've never been. I feel like that's probably what inspired this meal. I've just been looking up all these restaurants and I feel like Mexican cuisine is something that I'm not as familiar with, which is why I want to go and try everything. With the crunch of the snap peas, I could actually just eat this rice as is. It's like the chipotle cilantro rice, but even better, I swear. Now I have to try this fish. It is like beautifully flaky. Granted, it was just cooking in all that butter and oil, which is probably why it's so good. I didn't have to flavor it even more because the pesto already came seasoned very well. It goes so well with everything else here. I will say I have been traveling quite a bit. I think it's just like things kind of fell into place and I wanted to make the most out of each opportunity. I feel like when I math it out, it almost makes sense to do it while I can right now. I just hope that you've been enjoying the experiences I've been able to share. I always want to try to capture as much as I can while still living in the moment, so I feel like there's always this sort of delicate balance that I'm trying to achieve. You know, when you see something very exciting and you want to like tell a friend immediately, that's the sort of feeling I want to capture and that I want to share with you all. So as a result, I feel like every time I'm home, I'm just trying to catch up on edits and just all the projects that I still have to make sure I'm, you know, keeping up with, but it feels fulfilling. It gives me a purpose. I always say being busy is good. I'm going to try to savor this meal, eat a little more slowly. I feel like I'm eating way too fast once again. This always happens when it's something I really like. Next weekend, I'm hoping to give you that Mexico City vlog, but otherwise, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.